Hello, guys. It is I, Nintendo. I am back. I've been out for a while, having some annoying medical issues or whatever. But anyway, I'm here because there's a freaking Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Oh my gosh! Like we already had word from Nate the Hate that we would be getting a Direct this week, but I like to try to sit and wait. I like hearing things from the horse's mouth, even though we know our boy Nate. He be right. He be saying stuff and he be right. But I had to wait and see anyway. And oh my gosh, I was scrolling through, saw Game Explain posted up, went to check the Nintendo Today app to double check and make sure, and it was there. And oh my gosh, we're gonna get direct. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get direct. Oh man, this is so awesome. We haven't had directs in 9 months. It's been so long. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. So what do I expect from this direct? Let's start with the Zelda anniversary because oh my gosh, that's the part I'm the most excited for personally. So some two things I would like to see with what we probably won't see. Because I've played what was it, A Link's Awakening for the first time on the remake, remastered version, whatever you want to call it. I was a little disappointed that I never got to play the Oracle games because I know that they canonically come after that game, but it never happened. So I would love to see those games in the same art style as Link's Awakening, but we probably won't because the big thing everybody's talking about is this Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D remake. And again, I'm trying not to get too excited about it, even though Nate the Hate is the one that was saying it and other people have been saying it as well. But I've been trying not to overly get excited about it because the more videos I watch about people talking about it, the more I'm like, oh man, I really want this to exist. Everybody's talking about what art style they want to see. I don't know. Honestly, if they could just give us the same art style they already had before, on the 3DS remake, just give us that. Just make it look even better. 4K it out, upgraded textures, all that type of stuff. I don't think it needs to be in a Breath of the Wild type art style or anything. I feel like the Wild games need to stay in their own art style, kind of like Zelda games have always been. Distinctively there's a difference between the Wind Waker type games, with Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and the tracks, Spirit Tracks, and then Twilight Princess has its own thing. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, they all have their own style that kind of differentiate these eras, these different versions of Link and Zelda. So I really feel like they should just stick with what they already have, just go with that, and just make it look more grand. Oh my gosh, it would be so cool to see that with a super if they expand the world, that would be awesome. Because I do agree with what people are saying that it would be kind of weird if they just put the game out, but it was the same size as it's always been. You would have to expand it if they really want to make this a big thing. They would really have to expand the world out. Make some tweaks and changes here. Give us some extra side quests. Cutscenes would be really awesome. Someone was saying that it would be cool if they put in voice acting. That would be awesome too, just as a big refresh of the game, because you can always go back and play the original. If you just happen to not like any changes that they do to this game, if they do make big changes, listen, Ocarina of Time, the original and the 3DS one, are not going anywhere. They will be here forever. So you can always go back and play those, which I do all the time. I feel like I just replayed Ocarina of Time not too long ago. So this is a chance for them to really just, do something interesting, something, big, kind of like what they're doing with Star Fox. Even with Star Fox, they're not adding in it doesn't appear that they're adding to me different game mechanics, but they went so hard on these cutscenes and everything. So even if they just did that, gave us some more intricate lore. Oh my gosh, this game could really be something serious. It could really be something else. Oh man, live orchestrated music. Gosh, there are so many cool things that they could do to really make this game so awesome if it is real, which I hope it is. But I'm just trying not to get my hopes up too high, because that can lead to disappointment if anything does happen, or if it's it's just Ocarina of Time 3D to 3DS version, but we're putting it on Switch 2. That would be kind of oh well, that was a choice. That was a choice. If they do this, they really have to go all out and really make some big changes here. So that would be really cool. Just all the other things that they could do for the Zelda 40th anniversary. You know, last time they had these little things you could buy on the like the Nintendo stores and things like that. So that would be super cool to see. Maybe they can. I would love if they just said something about the next new Zelda. I'm not expecting a trailer or anything like that, but if they just, all they have to do to keep me excited is just say, guys, we just want you to know that we are hard at work on the next Zelda. It's coming along together. If they just say those words, I will just float to the moon. Because that's all I need to do it for me. It's the same thing they did with Breath of the Wild back in like 2013. They had this little presentation during the their E3 Direct. I remember Aonuma came out and he was just talking about how they were breaking the conventions of Zelda, and you know it wasn't too much that was shown, but he just reminded us that he's working on it and that cool things were coming to be. So if they did something like that, that would be. I'm trying not to use too much profanity here, but that would be amazing. That would be so awesome. I don't know. There are so many other things that they could do for the 40th anniversary. I just want them to acknowledge it, you know, and just, you know, talk about just Zelda stuff. I could. I'm pretty sure if they do, it'll probably be around like 10, 15 minutes, like it usually is for these anniversary things. 15 minutes of Zelda is 15 minutes of just happiness for me. So I'm all here for that. All right, so let's move on. I would love for them to talk about a new Mario game. I know, you know, according to Nate and other sources, I'm sure that there's no 3D Mario game coming out this year, but that's not stopping them from releasing a trailer or anything. Just because something's not dropping the same year does not mean you cannot talk about the existence of said thing. They're having the Summer Games Fest as we speak, and they've been plenty of trailers for games that are coming out in 2027. So that doesn't mean a damn thing. You know, they can always talk about the next Mario game, show it off or whatever. So that would just, oh man, if we get talks of Ocarina of Time 3D and a new 3D Mario in the same direct, that would just, oh my gosh, that would just, whew, that would be amazing. Another thing that I would like to see, you know, and again, I'm just talking about things that I would like to see. I don't want to sound like those people that are just like, oh, let me just throw out all the first party games at the direct. You know, that's kind of ridiculous. You're not going to see a Smash Bros, 3D Mario, 3D Zelda, the next Splatoon, next Pikmin, the next Metroid, 2D Metroid, all those things in one direct. That would just be kind of crazy. But I personally would love to see something on like a new 2D game. It was just pointed out to me that Metroid Dread came out like 5 years ago. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but I would love a new 2D Metroid. You know, I know Metroid Prime 4 just came out not too long ago, but you know, I don't care. I want to see a new 2D Metroid because as much as I did enjoy Prime 4, you know, I wasn't one of those people that, you know, didn't like it. I very much enjoyed the game. I played it 2 times. But Dread did it for me. So if they could give me another 2D Metroid game that is like awesome as Dread, I would just, that would be so amazing. I want to see a Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition because I could play Pikmin 4 basically infinitely. I could play most of the Pikmin games infinitely. So if they just gave me Pikmin 4 in, you know, 60 FPS in 4K, oh my god. Guys, I'm so excited if you can't tell. I'm trying to keep it together. Okay. But yeah, I would love to see Pikmin 4. I feel like it's too early for a Pikmin 5, but if they did want to drop Pikmin 5 on me, I'm not going to say no to that. I would love, bring it on. Give me all the Pikmin. Just give me all the Pikmin. Matter of fact, since y'all remaking these games, remaking the Zeldas and all these other things, just remake like Pikmin 1. Remake Pikmin 2. I don't care. Just give me more Pikmin. I love Pikmin. Give me all the Pikmin. So that would just be phenomenal. I guess they could show more of Splatoon Raiders. They don't have to really show too much, but you know, just some more of that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be there because that game's coming out. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, that is going to be incredible to see more of that game because we haven't seen pretty much anything of that since the September Direct of last year. So I would love to see more of that. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game since Fire Emblem Awakening because being an adult costs money. And I just was not able to, you know, buy the other games because I had other games I wanted to get at the time. So this will be my, you know, leap back into Fire Emblem ever since Awakening, which came out in like 2013 or something. That was a long time ago. So yes, that, oh man, that was gonna be awesome. Let's see, the Dusk Bloods, they need to show more of that. Maybe if they want to show some Elden Ring footage. I mean, it's kind of not a lot of it. You know how they do like the game rolls, whatever you call them, where they just kind of show a whole bunch of games and like, I don't know, 3 minutes, just a big montage of games. They can, put that in there just as a reminder. And then I honestly don't know, guys. I don't know what else. They said after their like their investors meeting or something, that they had so many like unannounced games to show. So I'm like, oh man, it could be anything. It could literally be anything. I just pointed out all the games that I want, Pikmin, Metroid, things like that. I don't feel like they would show off on any type of new Smash Brothers. Not even just because Sakurai, just released Kirby Air Riders, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a little soon, me personally. If they do drop into the Smash, please give me like a nice, awesome story mode like in Brawl. That's all I want. That's all I care about. I'm not a competitive Smash person. I like playing my adventure mode in Smash. I like playing my subspace modes in Smash. Give me that and I'll be happy. Dang, what else? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. There's so many. I just want surprises. That's the last thing I'll just say. I just want surprises. I can't sit here and think of 100,000 different games I would like. I mean, I guess another Kid Icarus game would be kind of cool, because people keep pointing that out, that we haven't had one since Kid Icarus Rising. So that would be cool, even if they maybe just remade that game. I know Sakurai was the one that worked on that, but maybe if they had another team that could do it, I don't know. And oh man, everybody always says F-Zero every now and then, so I'm just gonna say F-Zero. That would just be cool to see, especially in the things that Nintendo are doing graphically right now. It's just mind-boggling. And I don't know if y'all saw the screenshots of the newest Final Fantasy game and the trilogy, but it looks phenomenal. It doesn't look as like the DLSS was fighting for his life in the first one, but this one looks a lot more crisp and clean. So if that's what they're able to do on this console, that's why I was super excited. Like, I want to hear something about the next Zelda, or even just Ocarina of Time 3D, because I know that the graphics could be freaking insane. Oh man, I want like some really cool third parties. I don't know what they would be, but I want them. I don't know. I just want everything, and I'm so super excited. And yeah, I can't wait to watch it, man. But because I don't want to ramble on for too long, but yeah, guys, just drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in this direct. Is there anything that you don't want to see in the direct? Is there like a weird, wild prediction? Like, I don't know, Toad's Carnival Cruise to Hades or something like that. I don't know. Whatever interesting thing that you want to see, just drop it in the comment section. Let's have some dialogue here. Let's be hyped. Let's be happy, because we're finally getting a direct. I hope it's a long direct, because I haven't seen so far anything about how long it's going to be, but I hope it's like a good 45 minutes, which the E3 directs of old usually were about 45, like 30 to 45 minutes long. So I'm hoping that's 45. The first 15 minutes can be dedicated to Zelda. Then the rest can just be everything else. Oh man, I hope we just have like a really good, what if they start the direct with like the Ocarina of Time 3D? Oh man, and they end it with like a new 3D Mario footage. That would be so awesome. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna let you go so I don't just continue to ramble on for too long. Yeah, hype up the video if you want to. If you don't want to, don't do that. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, guys, have a great day, and let's just get hype and be ready for this direct tomorrow, because we finally get to eat, man. We eating good.